Hello and welcome to episode 295 of the Drive the Green podcast. I'm your host, Matty B., joined in studio by Bronell, Harv, and Canoop. On this episode, we talk about Camillo Villegas' first PGA Tour victory in 9 years, Harv?
9 years, yeah.
9 years. Another feel-good story. Harv tells me it's better than last week, so that's...
100% it is.
Okay, we're going to recap that. We're going to get into the news, dive into the more TGL stuff coming out. Another team's announced.
Something.
It's something. Lots to talk about, though. Bronell's in a new spot. We switched Bronell and Canoop, so now he can look at the screen. He can see the blue waves and stop complaining about highs and lows of voices. What do you think?
Yeah, I'll be fine with that. Just the lights now are extremely bright.
Just pull your hat down.
Yeah, I guess so.
Yeah.
Just close my eyes for the whole
That's why
pod.
in all the videos, my hat's
exactly.
down over my face so I can actually see.
Yes. So new arrangements. Let's see if we can keep the same general upbeat demeanor that this pod's known for. Before we get into that, though, we want to thank our sponsors, Player Golf, PLYRGolf.com. Use the promo code Drive the Green for 20% off your order. We're also members of Team Callaway. What was the Callaway story this week? Oh, a lot of Wesley Bryan's brother
Yes.
getting tons of press, which I'm sure Harv will touch on in the
dumbest
recap.
thing in the, but yeah, we'll get to that.
Team Callaway guy, though, so there's that.
Keep it tame, I guess.
And last but not least, remembers the Churchill family. I see a Plainsman Pilsner on the table. Canoop's going to follow up that bourbon with a Plainsman Pilsner.
That's right.
Why wouldn't you start with the beer and then have that after?
Well, you
Beer
made
before
this, and now
liquor.
it's going to get watered
been sick.
down.
You told me to make you that.
Well, I know, but you're not going to make me one in the middle of the pod.
He
I know
probably
all the
would.
stuff is right there, but you probably weren't.
I guess we're
so-
still going to
But now he's
argue with
stuck.
these seats switched.
Yeah, because now you can't get out. You can't get out to check the cameras. You can't
Yeah,
get
I
out
feel
to
pretty
get a beer.
claustrophobic right now.
And
This one's still on.
I'm not going to say Canoop's never going to get up to get beers, but I got an
would,
inkling
gladly.
that he never will get up.
Harv's
to get
right
beers.
beside the fridge. He could be the one to get up. Maybe.
Unfortunately, I know if I get up, it's going to be super loud because I'm going to hit all this stuff. The
Yeah.
audio's gonna
Known
go,
klutz,
so-
yep.
Yep.
Yes. Weeks. My mic's a little bit quiet there today, so.
Yeah, I noticed that.
Oh, you did?
I can go first.
All right.
Yeah, sure.
Took Friday off, went home with the kids because they had Friday off as well. I haven't been home since beginning of June for the left-right tournament. Went and visited my
took 'em
bunch of
home
my
as in,
family.
to
yeah,
Melfort.
home. Yep.
Yes.
Melfort, Canada.
Melfort, Canada. Great place. Visited my grandparents. So that was nice. I haven't seen them for a while. I got to visit some of my cousins. It was a nice little holiday to get away. Wife had a couple days at home by herself, so she was ecstatic about that. Tucker had wind-up football Saturday, so we ended up coming back Saturday. Spent Saturday, Sunday, Monday prepping the simulator, getting it ready.
Ooh.
So frame is built.
3 months from now, the invite will be out.
Sidewalls are in. I just got to hang the screen on the frame, and we're good to go. So we're getting there. One thing I wanted to touch on. So we ended up heading home, obviously, at after school Thursday. So it was like 4 p.m. I decided, hey, I'm going to try a new way to get home. I'm going to go through Watrous, go up through Humboldt, go through St. Brew, and come through Melfort. It's shorter by kilometers. We'll give it a go. Never again will I go that way. That road is so windy, especially in the dark. Normally,
Yeah, it
Oh,
that
you
is.
went
road,
in the dark.
yeah,
What way do you normally go?
go to Regina and go straight north.
Oh, you went number 2.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's
don't
number
go
two.
that way.
Yeah.
Number 2 is not the way to go.
But tons of deer. So we get to Humboldt, turn out, I don't know, 5 miles outside of Humboldt. We're driving. I threw in a little flavor blast to keep me awake. Sure enough, buzz starts to kick in.
Yes. Was that a deer?
Next thing I know,
Can't
this
feel
big
his feet.
fucking moose standing on the side of the road. We almost hit this fucking moose leaving Humboldt. It was insane. This thing was humongous. Just
That would have just
Antlers.
crumpled your
it would
sports
have
SUV.
crushed us.
Yeah. You were in the Audi?
That four rings would be all
So-
intertwined.
The kids were all there buzzing. You're like, "Whoa, we gotta call mom! So we called her, and she just, "You're not texting and driving, are you?" And I'm like, "No, we're good."
No.
So
Just buzzing
Hell
and
of a
driving.
lie.
yeah,
Hell of a lie.
that's right.
I haven't texted
Hell of a
driver
lie.
day in my life.
So that's kind of been about it. It's been a little bit of a grind. Wife and I have been partnered up this last 3 days. We've been doing some sewing.
Like on a machine?
Yeah,
And
it worked. It fucking worked. You'll see when
What do you
guys
mean
come
work?
over.
Like
Worked,
it saved your
yeah, we-
relationship? Or
no,
I was gonna say, what do you mean work? Yeah, it's so.
we had
yeah,
to
that's
like
the
I had
whole
to buy
point
a
of it.
bunch of these curtains to put together to kind of wrap around. You guys will see the new sim setup, but it's a little enclosure. Yeah, so we had to sew the
for golf
entire
purposes.
Yes, so we had to
Oh,
sew
good
this
tie-in.
entire closure, and she was happy to help me because I do so many things for her.
Well, this makes
Holy.
yeah. That's actually
now you'll be
really
making your own jeans.
That's what I said. I said literally said that same thing
good. Now
tonight.
you'll own more than one pair of jeans after you make your second pair.
So we went out last night with some of the football kids that Kirsten knows, or the parents, I should say. She gave me the pass. I didn't have to wear jeans because I was thinking about it. And I said, do I have to really wear jeans tonight? No. So I think
So
I
you
wore
wore some player joggers.
I wore jeans 3 times this year.
Concert.
Yep. 2 concerts.
2 concerts.
And I can't remember what the other one was.
You had
might
to,
only
you
be
gotta
2.
you gotta just give yourself that one extra time
Yeah.
you can't remember.
Yeah.
That's fair.
So a couple drinks, so 14 this
Three
week.
times.
Contrary to that, I think I've wore jeans every
I
single
know.
day this
I don't
year.
understand how you guys wear jeans all the time. They're
Every
so
d-
fucking
We work.
uncomfortable.
Every day.
So do I. I just don't have to wear jeans. 14 drinks this week. 2 were beer, so I'm 674 on the year.
And
How many drinks?
beer?
14?
14, yeah.
We
Oh, yeah.
work.
674.
And how many beer
2 this week.
total?
249.
How's his mic? Is it loud
Yeah,
enough?
no, it's fine. Yeah, he talks. He's up and down too. So
Yeah, well, it might be that spot, I guess.
Okay, I'll piggyback on the tasks. So I'm it was Remembrance Day weekend. I'm an avid believer in Christmas does not start until after. It's not Halloween. It's Remembrance Day in my world.
Mm-hmm.
Nothing joyous until after Remembrance Day.
Yep.
And it just so
Agreed.
happened, I would say, if we were talking the last 10 years, we probably had what? I'm going to say 8 warm Remembrance Day weekends.
Mm-hmm.
So it's I kind of mark it in the
Global
calendar.
warming.
Yeah, I mark it in the calendar for Christmas light decorating weekend. Just so happens the Chiefs were on a bye, so Saturday was a busy day on the home front, so didn't have time to do it on Saturday. So I told the wife, Christmas lights will go up in lieu of NFL watching. So it was like a double whammy. Did some good, but also missed football. And the worst part about the day was I finally get finished just in time to pit in for that enthralling Jets game last night.
Oh, yeah.
Actually, it was a good ending,
It
but
actually did end up
Yeah.
all right. But I decided because we moved into that house a couple of years ago that was, a bridge house, if you will. So I got the pass to put up Christmas lights on that house. So now we're in a house with many eaves troughs. So I said, screw it. I'm not using the 3-year-old plastic clips because all of the Christmas lights, I'm a big take them down with the clips and they don't break, and that way you can put them right back on. But I said, screw it. I'm going to buy the pre-clipped ones. A little more expensive.
Only way to do it.
It was worth every penny.
Yeah.
Every penny. I bought the the 70-foot ones because that's covered the first 2.
sick
The only-
brag.
Yeah. Lots of eavesdrop.
Yeah.
So,
Flush
But-
with cash.
but the worst part was there was an in-between length for the last eaves trough, so I had to buy the non-pre-clipped because they didn't sell them in that, and I had to individually clip every single one. But with these the same style of clips, they're not as easy to put together as the little white plastic ones. It took me just as long to put those 65 clips together as it did the previous 225 lights. Another
So are you
300 lights we're
So
talking.
when you did that one, were you going every single
Every
gap?
single light has a clip on it.
Yeah.
Good for you.
Wow.
The
That's what
worst
mine
part,
is too.
though, is after I got all the lights up, I was like, oh, right, I got to run power to all these. One plug in, and it's not hidden up underneath the soffit like they do on new
Yeah.
houses now. So I was standing there. I'm just like, well, fuck, now I need to figure out how to get all these extension cords to run, and they don't sell the extension cords in the proper length. So I got extension cords plugged into other extension cords. There's like a train of 4 extension cords down to the one plug-in that runs it, and it's in my front step. So I'm stapling.
Clark Griswold over here.
Oh yeah,
No doubt.
my neighbor
Home
came.
insurance up to date because that puppy's burning down this year.
Well, I bought LED lights. So they don't use a ton of power. So I'm hoping there's not too much stress on those extension cords. But yeah, the neighbor came over and he called me Clark.
The best
'Cause
part is that it's dark at 4 o'clock now, so you don't even see those
Yeah, exactly.
at night. Like,
Well,
yeah,
and that's the thing, because I said, someone at work today said, because I went to work today, was like, oh, well, are you going to leave them up all year now that they're clipped? I'm like, well, no, because the reason why you don't see those clips in the winter as much is because there's only like 8 hours of daylight.
Yeah.
Whereas in the summertime, when you got 14 hours, you got just
Hideous.
clips showing. Yeah, just
Yeah.
so ugly.
Yeah.
So I did that. And then Saturday night, I finally had a chance to watch Guardians of the Galaxy 3. I never went to it in theaters. I don't know if you guys seen that one yet.
I've seen it. Yep.
It's the Rocket one.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
I
it's
loved
pretty.
it.
It's pretty
I
good.
loved it.
It's pretty
Not
good.
bad.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Poor
I thought
Rocket.
you said it
That
was
guy's
not
seen
very
some
good.
shit.
Yeah.
It's okay.
I'll take Harv. Harv's word.
I thought it was really good. It had a good storyline. I don't think it ties into anything.
I give it a
That was
7
my
out of 10.
problem.
Yeah,
It just-
there's no tie-in whatsoever. So yeah, I'll give it. Everyone knows that I rate movies on the binary system. I'll give it a 1.
Yep. 1 out of 1.
1 out of
the
1.
the Marvel universe is too much nowadays.
I actually
Yes, it
read
It's just
um,
too much.
So
You gotta
natu-
watch all the shows.
That Marvel's movie got the worst.
oh, that's
ratings.
That has to be
It
terrible.
looks good.
Well,
Kids
so-
went to it yesterday. They liked it.
Yeah.
But their
So
kids,
that's
they
the
could
thing is-
watch. Fuck, I don't know.
Anything.
Dinosaurs dancing around in a
Yeah,
circle.
yeah.
It would be
Well, I read
enthralling.
today about the Marvels being the worst opening of a Marvel film ever. So I like every time I watch one. So I was going to go down this rabbit hole anyway, but I like to refresh myself on all of them. But yeah, that's the gripe that it had in that that article is they're making too many of them that you don't know which ones you need to watch, and now all of a sudden you got to watch shows because an 8-episode show of Loki might have like one tie-in to them.
That's
so
the
it's
problem.
Like, you
I
don't.
mean, the Captain Marvel movies suck too. Like, why did it even get a sequel?
Yeah, I don't know, but
Makes no sense.
anyway, I'm still gonna watch them all. It's I'm pot committed at this point. So that was fun, and no sports this week. Too many Warrior games, so no hockey for my rec team. Another Warrior game tomorrow, and then Wednesday.
One quick
Place.
question
Oh,
about
wow, Josh
movies.
Allen.
Have you guys watched Elemental yet?
No.
Yep.
No, is it good?
Really good.
Yeah,
I
it's
liked
pretty
it.
good.
Yeah.
That's the next kid movie with
Yeah,
the family.
It was solid.
So a couple Warrior games. All of the booze I consumed this week was with Bronell. I had 2 Warrior games and last week's pod. That was it. So 9 for me.
Okay.
8-16 on the year. I think that's all I got.
All right. I can go next.
Yes.
Luckily, my roof still had a skiff of snow on it, so
You couldn't.
I use that as an excuse to not put up lights. I'm hoping it snows this week that way, because I said, oh, next Saturday I'll do it. But if it snows this week, well, my hands are tied. We may not get lights up this year.
Well, like what?
It's supposed to be like +8 every
Why
day.
is it?
So
Why is it frowned upon? Like, why do you have to put them on your roof? Like, why couldn't you put them like along the base of your house?
yeah, why not?
What's the
Let's
difference?
start a trend.
Might as well try it.
I
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
will say you
a
could.
Why
great
are we?
idea.
Why are we risking our lives for Christmas lights?
Well, I do
Just-
put some on my like front porch area, which is lower, which is nice.
I got to
A
get ahead
nice,
of this
easy
before
spot.
before you say it. I would rather you put lights, string lights, or netting lights, anything you want. I don't care. Put them wherever you want. Just do not buy one of those lawn lights that shines on the house.
Oh yeah, those are
Yeah,
That
those
is
aren't
the
allowed.
dumbest invention ever.
ultimate cop out.
Yeah, whoever thought of
Inflatables
it,
aren't allowed either.
No,
whoever thought of that, I mean, is somewhat of a genius because they are selling them. But I drive by those houses.
Yep.
I just want to go kick it over.
yeah,
Don't speak too soon. If you're not going to put them up, your wife's going to make you.
we'll see.
Just the
Girlfriend,
dancing
whatever.
She
snowflake.
can do it.
I will come and help you if you need.
Yeah,
But I mean, you could that won't cost you that much. Just get the clipped ones. It'd be done.
I have
in,
the clip ones.
like the green. Those
It takes me half an hour to do it.
Just doesn't want it.
It doesn't want. I don't want to do it.
Do you
I'm
own
not
them?
risking my life with
Do
the
you own
snow
them?
up there.
Like, why risk your life?
Yeah.
Okay, how do you
There's
get,
always tomorrow. There's always tomorrow.
And
do you
then
get
when
on
it
the roof?
snows, there's always next year.
how do you
do
get on the roof?
Ladder.
You know that ladder could just lean up against the eavesdrops, right?
Oh, I know. I could just move the ladder along.
Yeah.
That would take forever. That would take an hour and a half instead of half an hour.
I don't go on the roof. I'm the ladder on the ground guy.
Oh,
Oh, really? You
over.
just
I'm
keep
the
moving it
I
over?
was up on that 2-story on the roof.
I don't got
leaning
time.
over the
I don't
edge.
got time to move the ladder 15 times. Fuck that.
There's something liberating about standing on your roof, just walking around up
Yeah,
there.
like looking down, like.
Yeah.
Ugh.
I'm a big "what if I jumped off" guy.
Well, yeah.
Just
that
like
all the time.
You would not.
just like the
Yes.
driving.
You wouldn't
off the
die
road.
off this
Yeah.
roof.
I think I've talked about it on the show
Yeah.
before.
It's like, don't
That
do
causeway coming back,
Yeah.
Buffalo Pound, just driving in the water, see what it's like.
this. Don't swerve too much and go in the water.
That's like my biggest fear is driving into a lake.
Really?
And
I-
like
It would be
being
Every
underwater.
time I go
Awful.
down that
Awful.
causeway, I want to just go
Your
straight.
phone would get wet.
No,
your wallet?
So no,
You're
so
not worried about
no.
living?
Here's-
Or
Well,
dying?
there's that. That's
thought-
yeah.
I've thought this through so many times. I already know what I'd do. I'd roll down my window. I'd throw my phone out and drive straight into the lake, and then I'd swim out and call and say, "Yeah, my vehicle's at the bottom of the lake. How are you calling me right now? Wow, my phone stayed dry. Did it on purpose."
It's the weirdest thing.
I guess I'll continue with my week now.
Yeah, sorry.
Not much actually. Coaching a little bit of kids hockey, a couple warrior games. I've been wrestling with my kids more. They don't know why they want to wrestle more.
And
And
Dad's so
I'm
strong now. He
I'm
must be working
losing
out.
a lot now because it's 2-on-1. So
Getting
and I
heavier.
lose in two different ways. Either I lose by getting hurt myself, or I hurt one of them and they cry for a long time, and then I lose that way.
I thought you were going to say something else there.
Oh.
Like they're going to hit you in the penis or something.
Oh well,
and
they
then
try
it's
to do
like
that
over.
too. They Coop tries to hit me. Coop thinks it's
Way to use
funny.
the
For all
correct
our
medical terms.
16-year-old
Yeah.
listeners,
Yeah.
you hit him in the
PP.
PP.
Yeah. Got together with a couple buddies to watch the Steeler game this weekend. So, Canoop, dead wrong about that game.
Oh, no, it wasn't.
You
That was
said
the-
they were -6. You said Steelers minus six and a half.
I just liked them. That was the biggest lock of the year. Them -3.
You
Like,
said
biggest lock.
no.
of the
You
year.
said -9.5 at the start was the biggest lock, and then you changed it to -6.5.
Yeah. Still liked it. Still
Wow.
covered easily. Never in doubt.
Easily, they're outgained again for the 9th straight game.
Doesn't matter.
Another win,
Packers
6-3.
suck. They're awful.
They're not
Terrible.
awful.
They're bad.
Steelers got one good call in that game that kind of maybe turned the game, but Bills suck. That's the one team that sucks right now.
How much fun is it going to be watching the Eagles Chiefs tape in next week?
You gonna come?
I'll be here. We'll just be live watching it.
Yeah.
It should be noted before you get to your booze count that the Raptors game is tied at 107.
Oh,
Really?
let's go.
Down 20.
We could check the Bulls game.
I had 15 drinks this week for the Churchill booze count,
Okay.
so up to 735 and 316.
Anyone's game.
So did
Anyone's
It's
game.
not anyone's.
Did you have
Four
any
behind.
drinks without Matt, or was that all with?
Yeah, I had
as well?
some. I had a couple drinks on
Okay.
yesterday during the game, and
Calm the nerves.
a couple blondes.
All right, Harv.
I saved the least for last year. Like I literally did nothing last week.
Well, good. We're already like fucking 30 minutes in.
The only thing I
What?
wanted to say is I watched the
18.
Commander
Oh, that's close enough.
Commanders game, and like, if that's how a Steeler fan is every week, I don't think I'd watch football anymore. Like, just the refs are out to get it because that game was poorly refed towards the Commanders, and like,
Every NFL game
Say,
is
what
poorly
else
refed.
new? Yeah.
to actually
That's the
sit
point,
down
though.
and watch it and be like that. if
Almost
that was
every game.
Every
No.
game, I wouldn't watch football. I'd be
That's-
done with it. Wipe my hands. I wouldn't watch because
I've tried.
That's why
That
I don't
was
listen to
frustrating.
Brunel. When Brunel complains about the refs, it's literally every game. You can't complain about your team getting hosed by the refs. It's every game.
That's why I enjoy watching Red Zone. Is because I don't have to watch all of the shit.
I thought you were going to say CFL.
Red Zone's.
Yeah.
I watched Red Zone for a bit this weekend. It sucks.
It does
sometimes.
I don't enjoy it at all.
Really?
It's way too
I
much
do because I'm
switching.
always doing
Well,
something.
and they aren't even
sitting down
showing
watching
like
it.
they aren't even showing the right games at the right times a lot of times.
Well, it's more that they because
doesn't-
they only switch to plays, but you don't see any replays. You don't see any of
Yeah.
the plays. Like he'll switch and then it'll be like, okay, this play, and then they'll go back to the other play, and then you miss like.
Oh,
any
why
type
is it
of
second?
flow.
Why is it 2nd and 20 right now? Like, well,
And like, and this, I'm sure everyone else can agree with this, but like being in multiple fantasy football leagues, like you're getting the updates already.
yeah.
So like, it's
All I
like
do
I
is
already know
Before
that.
Red Zone gets
Yeah,
it.
before Red Zone gets it, I already know that whatever Tyler Lockett scored a touchdown because it's on my phone already, and then it switches to that like 10 minutes later.
Yeah.
And it's
The only way to watch football is pick the game you want to watch on TV, put one on DAZN on your phone, minimize it so it's up in the top, and then you update the score.
Not wrong.
That's how you watch football. You're your own red zone.
Yeah, so other than that, I didn't do anything else.
0 drinks, 500 on the year.
0 drinks, 500 on the year. Actually, we got a new game, like a board game. It's
is
called
it?
Cluster. Have you guys heard of this?
Fuck.
No. It's like you got this little string, and then you got like magnets, and you got to put them in the string, and then if the magnets like suck to each other or stick to each other, you got to pick those back up, and the goal is to get rid of all your magnets.
You bought that, eh?
Is
Yeah.
it fun?
It's unbelievable.
Can you bring it?
For kids or for adults?
Both.
Really?
Yeah.
Can you bring it?
Let's play it
Probably
next
could.
week on the
Probably
pod.
could.
Right before, as the pre-pod. Yeah. That's our next content piece.
There you
Just
go.
playing
tape
board
it.
games on here.
That's a good idea.
As long as you don't play Mousetrap, I hate that fucking game.
It sucks. Yeah.
Yeah, no drinks, 500 on the year. That's it.
Nice. I really wish I would have bet the Raps down
Butterfield,
20,
Bermuda.
plus 450.
Championship.
They were plus
Championship,
450 down 20. Should have
That's
bet
insane.
it. Camillo Villegas.
What's with the B at the start of his name?
I don't know. That's how it's pronounced.
I know, but can it just be Villegas with a V?
Can it be Villegas?
I'd love it if it was Villegas.
Okay, Harv, get into the why it was the best story. Better than last
So
week.
last week, everyone heard my.
We don't need to relive
don't need
your
to
thoughts
relive
on
it.
last week.
But this one, like, his daughter, who was 20 months old, passed away in 2020. And this is his first
Yeah,
win
That was a big story. yeah.
after that happened. Like, that is so much. Like, that's a
Yeah.
bigger thing to me. Like, that obviously crushed the guy, and he dropped like 650th in the world.
Yeah.
And now he's back and won on tour. Like, that's a better story in my mind than. Again, we won't go into it, but
Can we just say that they're both good stories? You don't have to compare
they're
them.
both good stories. This
It's not
one's
a
a little better.
competition. Okay. Okay.
Yep.
I
I
mean,
do-
if Alex Norton would have won, that would have been a good story too. But
Yep, that's true.
I think, yeah. And you keep beating this horse every time a guy with a good story wins. But this is why they play, or not necessarily play, but this is why these tournaments do matter. They are, we talk about worse fields or whatever you want to do, but these guys all have stories like this, or not maybe like this, but there's crazy stories about journeymen rising back to the top or journeymen getting their first win.
That's a very good point.
That's why they have these. That's why guys are on the PGA Tour like this. Now, obviously, the field fillers, like Omer Uresti and that type of stuff, are in here that, let's just say, don't have a chance to win, so let's try to get more of the good stories in there, but what if Omer Uresti won?
We'll get into that. I got it as a topic
it's
later.
actually
but
a shame that people don't watch these events more because of those stories. And
yes,
you know,
You could say
exactly.
the same thing.
who
about
cares if
Corn Ferry
Cantlay
too.
wins for his 8th time or whatever, like
Yeah.
in an elevated event? You know, this is a bigger deal than that.
You could say that about Corn Ferry tournaments as well, and I
Yep.
think lots of people do.
Yeah.
You see it
And
online.
it's not like those guys suck at golf.
That's
Like
right.
we always say that
Just
these fields
they're-
suck. Well, they're still way, way, way better than everybody else. in the
Anyone can
world,
turn
so.
it on.
I think it just is a product of how much do you love the sport.
Yeah. Well, we
It's
watch
like-
junior hockey. Those guys suck compared to the NHL players, right? And we still go to every game, right?
Yeah.
Like
It's the exposure and what you're dealing with. I mean, naturally, summer is not when NFL football is on. So you're watching NFL. The
Yeah.
the casual golfer's a huge NFL guy.
Yep.
Or an NHL guy. So it's like, Bermuda, it's just a bad time.
Yeah, it's not the best for that. I mean, this was his first win in 9 years as well, so that was also a big thing. 5th win
Big time.
total. When I was kind of looking on his profile to find those stats, what I thought was interesting is like it lists like information about him, obviously on his PGA Tour profile page. It had his daughter's name on the thing with an asterisk, and then the asterisk was like that she was dead.
oh my god.
no way.
Yeah.
Oof.
So I thought that was a little, I don't know, a little weird. Like it was like Mia and then asterisk. And then you go look at the bottom of the asterisk, like passed away in 2020 due to a long battle or whatever with whatever she had,
That's-
brain cancer or something like that.
That's
But
like something out of an Anthony Jeselnik set.
I know, right?
I'm like, holy.
Yeah.
It was dark. It was dark, so it obviously caught my eye. The other crazy thing is
He's hilarious, by the way, but that's not funny at all.
he's very funny. He's won $23 million in his career.
That's
Chucky
impressive.
3 sticks.
Yeah, like
That's really
5
impressive.
wins only, and he's kind of was hot for a while and then fell off the earth.
Yeah.
And then was back 9 years ago, got another win, and then fell off the earth again. But 23 million is nothing to
No.
shake a stick at. That's
Nope.
for sure.
When he was always that
for
popular
him.
guy because he did the spider, right? Like when he was
Spider-Man,
reading
yeah,
Buds.
reading, yeah.
Yeah.
That was a big thing.
I don't think he does it anymore. I
No.
haven't seen him
And I
do it in
think
a long time,
he's a
but-
very popular guy on tour. I mean, with his story and whatnot, like a lot of tweets yesterday congratulating him and how good it is to see him win again and that. So that was good. And I mean, the Triangle Trophy, one of the simplest and best trophies on tour.
It's the Bermuda Triangle. That's what it is.
I mean, it did also spur one of the best top 5s.
Top 5 triangles.
That's right.
I can't even remember
I think
any,
we gotta-
any of this.
I think we got to get
Components
back
of
to
it,
top
but-
5s. You were saying before we got to get top 5s,
do
top
gotta get
10s,
top
top
five.
20s back.
I wouldn't mind a top 20 list next week.
Top 20 days of the month.
There you go.
The 15th. Well, obviously
Sucks to be those 10 days that
two-
didn't make the cut.
2
eh?
paydays are obviously 1 and 2.
Yeah. Well, then 3 would be like that 1 month where you get 3 paydays. Those 2
Yeah.
months a year. Or
That would
whatever it
actually
is.
the 3rd payday would be number 1.
I think so. For sure it is.
How about top 20 days of the year?
The Saturday of any long weekend is a great day.
Top 20 days of the year coming.
Like this
coming to
past
you next
Saturday
week.
was a
February
great day.
29,
Can't wait to hear it.
2024.
Yep.
Leap year day.
Oh yeah.
That's up there.
Is Christmas Day top 5?
No.
I don't think so.
Never.
Too much of a
Masters
hassle.
Sunday.
Canada Day is up
This
there.
is
Thursday
thing.
is
This
good.
is a thing.
Masters Sunday, yeah.
Top 10 day.
Yeah. NFL opening day. There's some good ones.
Opening Sunday, not opening.
Opening
Thursday.
Sunday, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, fuck the Thursday.
Um,
I'll do a top 5 with 15 on mentions. How about that?
Okay.
Moving on, Adam Scott. We kind of talked about him last week, why he was even playing in this. Finished T5, so obviously
What did he move up to though?
he only moved up like he's
Yeah.
79th now.
Pretty much had to win to get.
So I think he's
yeah.
playing again this week. So
Yeah.
he's got a win here to get into that.
He was
50
dressed
to
in
60.
a little bit more colorful clothing too this week. He had a blue shirt on. I saw the one round.
Well, he took off his gray sweater probably.
Must have, yeah.
Moved up to 79 this week from 85.
Yeah.
He
But
had a sweater and didn't think that it might be hot in Bermuda, and he accidentally packed a blue shirt.
Yeah. But the reason I put him on here,
Okay.
I guess he's kind of quite the teacher for the international players on tour. Like Camillo Villegas made a comment that like he switched to the putter that Adam Scott uses, not the broom style, but the same putter, because Scott let him use it at the President's Cup two falls ago, and liked it, so he switched to that. And now I think he was number 1 in putting this week. And then also he gave putting tips to Siwoo Kim at the President's Cup, and he ended up winning the Sony earlier this year, right after that. So quite the tutelage by old Adam Scott there.
Just
I
a
like
good
it.
dude. Really good dude,
He should be pretty much a lock for the President's Cup, eh?
I would think.
Just based on his pedigree.
Probably.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Villegas
Maybe.
might be Bejaygus might be a lock now.
But Jake,
Villegas might be a lock. Other one I had on here was Carl Yuan. His best finished on tour, 4th.
Yeah, they were calling him Yuan.
What?
But they weren't using
Swear to God.
Villegas. They were calling Yuan, but they weren't saying Villegas.
I know.
Like that don't make much sense.
UN? That's serious.
Yes.
So
Yeah.
with that 4th place finish, he got up to 125 on the FedEx Cup. So he's right on the
Jeez.
Mm-hmm.
the number here. 6 points up on. I mean, everyone knows Carl Yuan's one of my guys. 6 points up on Norlander, who's 126 right now. So
Yeah.
bit of a battle to watch this week.
battle your
You're
guys.
way
Yeah.
more. You're a way bigger Yuan guy than Norlander.
Yeah, Norlander
You
was
just
for
picked him a
picks.
bunch of times. Fuck that guy.
But I
Who
mean, he was
cares?
doing the one-handed finishes and the crazy swings all week.
Hold out that one
Yeah,
from fairway. Yep.
it was. I mean, that was my shot of the week. So thanks
Oh,
for
sorry
stealing my
about that.
thunder. But yeah, he's just an interesting cat. So had to get him on there. The other interesting one, this Oliver Bet chart. Did you guys see that one?
Bet
Yes.
your ass I did.
Amateur, Monday qualified in this tournament, but he's from Bermuda. He's been a volunteer for this tournament. He's been a caddy for this tournament. He's been on the tournament staff, and then this year he Monday qualified and got to play in the tournament. Missed the cut, but still quite the story. 15 years old. So
He
I like
caddied before at
How
15
old was he
years
when
old.
he caddied?
I think it was last year that he caddied, but
14 years old.
caddying from Bermuda. What else do you do down there? I guess
Yeah.
clean up plane wreckage, maybe.
First sip of Churchill Pilsner just
Oh my
about came
Almost
back
out
up.
the nose there.
That is good.
So yeah, I wanted to mention him, and then I mean,
He's been thinking.
Sometimes he's really good at those.
Yeah, he scripts those pretty good sometimes.
George Bryan the Fourth. I guess we should talk about because for whatever reason, this was a big story. Even though all week all we heard was, "Why are these guys getting in this tournament? They have no business being in this tournament." And yet George Bryan the Fourth gets in. And it's like, this is he's just the best dude. Like, this is the best thing ever.
The Bryan brothers are kind of like
yeah, but like,
semi-famous on.
But that's the
Just
thing
like-
is,
and they keep telling these stories about this guy, like how good he was at golf. And like,
but
just
isn't that
makes
the
me
point?
think of Michael Block. Like, if George Bryan had the mental game of John Rahm, he'd be the best player in the world.
Yeah,
but he
isn't it-
doesn't. Like, he doesn't. That's how it works. You don't got that.
Yeah, but
you
that's
can't
the
put
point.
it all together.
That's the point. Is he draws eyes, and then when they make the cut, they draw even more eyes. That's why they're in those tournaments.
Yeah, I mean, I guess he's just a mental midget, but
But I know what you're saying, but on the counter to that, there are times where they put these guys in and then they do well.
well,
made the
then I
cut.
don't think you could get upset about with whoever they put in, like that.
That's fair.
Whatever that Amada guy,
I don't
think
get
he
upset.
dropped out because he was bullied online by so many people being like, "Why is this guy in the tournament?
Yeah.
He doesn't
of
belong
mental
here." Then he
midgets.
withdrew. He didn't play.
Yeah.
But
Mental midgets,
but
yeah.
for a journeyman like Bryan to finally get his first event, I mean that's kind of a
I don't. Is he a journeyman?
well.
I
He's
don't
been
think
in,
he even
he's been
plays.
involved in the game. He's been a teacher of the game for a long time.
Trick shot.
Hey, you spoiled my shot of the week, or I spoiled yours, so you're gonna spoil mine. He's my shot of the week. That chip from behind the green,
Yeah, that was pretty nice.
pitched it up, and it just trickled down nice.
Yeah, and I mean, Aresti missed like all the guys who they brought in like didn't do anything. So like, you would think the good players down there want those guys in.
Yeah,
Yeah, you've said that before.
Yeah.
You want
You want those field fillers in. It makes your life easier to win
Yeah.
more money.
But then that argument comes, right? Like, why don't they have the better players that are up and coming, not the old guys that played 10 years ago?
because
That
it's in
were
Bermuda.
Because
Very
they want to
mediocre
protect the
and-
players on tour.
yeah.
And it's in Bermuda. No one wants to go there.
I would go there.
I'd go there tomorrow.
You're risking that triangle
Yeah.
and the plane you flew in on.
Guy loves the holidays.
Yeah, and
You
he
th- do you
buzzes
think-
around
Listen,
trying to hit moose.
do you think that a plane that I'm in is going to crash?
He makes a really
Wow.
good point.
What a jinx, though.
when are you flying next? Because I'm not coming with you on that trip.
February.
Okay, good. I won't be going on that one.
Replay that clip, though, if we do.
Yeah. And then the last
Episode
one.
295 at around 33 minutes is when Canoop signed his death wish.
Yeah.
Nice knowing you. I'm sure the air mass will drop and whatnot. But Adam Long, I just wanted to bring up quick just because he had 60 straight fairways on the PGA Tour.
Is that the record?
Oh, he did
That's the
miss
record, yeah.
61, eh?
No, 69.
Yeah, it was 69. I
It was
think.
69.
Yeah.
I just saw
70.
the tweet that he's hit 60.
Well, he was
so-
holding up the 69 sheet, wasn't
Oh, it
he?
must have been. That's what it
Yeah.
meant.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
And
thought
then
it
there was
just
a
the score.
there were
200.
69 comments that all said nice underneath.
He did finish T13th this year, so that's kind of it for the Bermuda. I guess we'll go aces. Old
Canadians.
Mikey. Oh, Canadians do that first.
Yeah, so pretty short. Pendrith, another solid finish. Guys, just solid. T8, Gliggs and Herman miscut. So 1 for 3.
Where's Gliggs? Like
He sucks
he's
right now.
toast right
Yeah.
now, right?
Yeah.
Needs a win.
Yeah.
Aces. Old Mikey Blocky there made one at that charity event.
Oh, yeah.
We got to just stop bringing him up on the pod.
You don't want to give him the time of day, eh? No
Well,
matter how good
we
of a thing he
shouldn't.
does.
We really shouldn't. Until he
Yeah.
wins the PGA Championship, we don't talk about him again. How about that?
How about we'll talk about him at the PGA Championship?
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe.
Okay.
When he misses the cut. Birthdays, quite a few actually this week. Joaquin Neiman, Francesco Molinari, John Rahm, Joel Damon, and Jason Day. All had birthdays. And my dad turned 70, so.
Happy birthday, Harv Sr.
So that happened. And shots of the week, covered mine, the Carl Yuan dunk.
Got mine. Canoop, you got one?
The Albatross on the DP World Tour. this
Oh,
week.
yeah.
I
Name?
don't remember how far it was. Can't find it.
No.
It ain't
Don't
on the
even know
tweet.
the name.
It ain't on the tweet, which is insane.
It isn't on the tweet, to be fair. It isn't
is.
on the tweet. And
Wow.
they don't say it in the video.
No, it's insane. Or how far it is. But
Dude wipes?
For as good as the
No dude
DP
waves.
World Tour like side videos are, their coverage
Not
tweets
very
aren't
good.
Very good.
Yeah.
No.
No.
all
They
the
just-
resources are in the other split.
Yeah.
Which is
Which
fine.
makes sense.
Yeah.
Oh, they've been kind of slacking on that a little bit.
Yeah, there hasn't
lately.
been many like 14 club challenges or
Oh,
anything.
they
Or
just
like-
did a gong challenge. There was a gong in the middle of a lake, and they were trying to hit stingers to hit it. They were skipping
Oh,
off
yeah.
the water to hit it.
Anyone?
Name?
No name.
Sullivan, Andy
That's my
Sullivan.
favorite thing.
Andy Sullivan's their main guy for
Yeah.
that stuff.
I think he
Yeah.
did it.
Andy,
So-
what are you up to this weekend? Nothing. You want to come hit some balls?
They
at
got to get the
gong?
bullet more though, because that guy's electric.
Haven't seen
Um,
much of the bullet lately.
No,
He's been
Maybe what better
solid
time-
on the DP World
maybe
What
Tour.
better
fire him
time-
up another message. Yeah.
I'll send his agent a message again.
News, I guess. Let's start with the TGL.
Perfect.
More teams, I guess. Start with the Boston Common. They were the first ones to announce their team. I think it was last Monday when we were taping. They announced it, but
I think we talked about it last week.
did you guys see they were? I think they were at Fenway and they were
Yes.
throwing baseballs around.
Yeah.
And it made me think, like, after Rory threw that baseball, like, are any of us on this pod a better athlete than Rory McIlroy? Because, like, that throw was poor mechanics. And I get baseball's not a thing over there, but I think any one of us could kick a soccer ball in a free kick that would look more fundamentally sound than that.
Well, I think he's a
And, like-
product of one sport his entire life. He forgot the multi-sport part that a lot of people
He
preach.
was a big soccer player. Remember, he screwed
Yeah.
his ankle up.
Yeah.
Sure.
On
But,
a-
like, I'm just saying, like, he threw that baseball poorly. Like, he's had to have thrown a ball before, you think? Growing up as, like, a sports guy, you've thrown a ball,
Maybe.
like, heaven
not
forbid you
exposed
put him
to-
on
I don't know.
skates. Like,
Oh, he's
what,
got no chance on the ice.
Like, what happens there? Like, but, like, any one of us could skate, throw a ball, kick a ball, spike a ball. Like, volleyball counts. I don't know.
Bump a ball?
Bump a
If you
ball.
stood on a box, maybe I would say yes, you could. But
I never said how high the goddamn net was.
what I took out of that video was the size of Keegan's head. So they had one of those strap with that little buckle on the back, and it was all the way to the end on it.
Custom made, maybe.
Hanging by a
It might have
thread.
been. Yeah,
Yeah, he does have a big head.
monster.
Just picturing it right now.
You guys couldn't even remember his goddamn name. Atlanta also announced their team.
Shouldn't
And
have.
it like, like
Should have
that
saved
might be
that
the
one
worst
until
collection of people I've ever seen on a team.
There can't be a more or a least likable team in the history of the world that's ever been put together.
No, like the Axis in World War II, those leaders probably better than this, more likable than this team.
Not on the Remembrance Day, Harv. Not the Remembrance
You
Day
might as well
episode.
just use Al Qaeda. Like, why did you even bother going back that far?
Oh,
Just-
man.
Hitler, Mussolini, like they're more likable than this team. I don't know.
It's Cantlay,
Horschel.
JT.
Horschel, JT, and Glover. That's just not.
I mean,
that's
all
not
you
gonna
need
move
is
the needle.
Cantlay and Horschel. to
Is
just-
that-
Two of the slowest guys on tour.
But they
on
don't
one
have to.
team.
We don't
They
have to
don't have
worry
to
about
walk.
them.
I
They're
guess.
just plugged in their spots.
That's a.
We'll
like,
see.
Did they take the 4 guys that and just like a throwaway team?
Maybe that's what it was. Nobody
Maybe.
else wanted to be with those guys.
Maybe they know Cantley's leaving.
Ah.
You guys are still going on about that, eh?
Yeah.
Someone's leaving.
It's not John Rahm, so.
Well,
Don't know that yet.
awfully quiet on that front. They also said this is like big money for them, even though all these guys didn't want to go to live because it's not about the money. So
And then the creator of this league said that it's legitimate because they're playing for lots of money.
Well, you can't make the live comparison because they're still on the PGA Tour. They're just doing this on the side to make more money. They didn't go to the live because
Yeah, but
they
everybody
didn't
says, well, they're
believe in
playing
the
for
live.
so much money. It's not legitimate. It's shitty competition, blah, blah, blah. Well, this isn't much of competition.
Yeah, and then the other big one, the TGL Tiger owns his own team based out of Jupiter, even though no one gets a home game. They all play in the same spot. But
I'm surprised JT's not on his team.
Tiger
Probably
didn't
tried.
even want him.
Probably tried.
Yeah, JT tried for
Oh,
sure.
absolutely.
Begged.
Pleaded.
Yeah.
And then I had to bring up that tweet about Tiger where they say he's going to win another major championship, and he's a major champion dad
Yeah, I know you love that.
because, like, he's not. Like, if we're looking for role models here,
If we're talking percentiles, he's not in the top
Let's hear the number.
30%
Okay.
of dads.
I mean,
For sure.
Maybe,
We're not.
as a human,
he might
maybe
not
he's
be
a
in the
great
top.
father. Maybe.
Mm.
Maybe.
the role, like, shouldn't a dad be like a role model for their kids?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, what's he going to teach them how to drive?
We're going. Man, Josh Allen.
He
Oh, he's awful.
Boy. Wide open, too.
But yeah, so that one kind of threw me for a loop. He also said the TGL is much better than the live because it's so simple to understand, which isn't the case. And then the big one, he dropped to 1,387th in the world, I think. They had that-
1,380th or something.
Yeah, something like that. Lowest of his career. So that second those majors are coming though, I'm sure.
It'd be fun to look at some of the names ahead of him.
On the role model
Chris-
parent list?
World rankings.
Chris
Oh.
Canoop.
Yeah, probably.
Chris Canoe.
Corey Harvey, maybe. Like,
I wouldn't go that far.
well,
Dad side for sure, but not golf.
coach of the year for sure.
Next, the PGA Tour America schedule was announced. The Elkridge tournament moves to August.
That's good for us.
Big
It
time
is.
good for us, yep.
Definitely, for sure. Like,
And I think that's got to help them too, right? Like
I
in
think
the
so.
middle of summer holidays, right? They'll have more people up there now. I
and
think.
like
Course will be moved
the course
further
was
along.
as much as that Elkridge tournament is great for the Player Cup, and it's only 2 weeks after that. Like, they did have some issues still, and that's just
Oh, it'll
where
be
it's
perfect.
located,
It'll
right?
it's
be
going to
mint.
be absolutely meant for it.
Yeah.
yeah, like playing Elkridge leading up to that or just after that next year would be a treat.
The
Like,
biggest thing coming out of that is, oh fuck, I can't even go this year. It's like we're in play. We're playing full tees, full length of the golf course. I would imagine this year, with it being 2 months later.
Oh, for Player Cup.
Yeah,
Mm.
Yes.
But how many tees actually were changed?
lots. It makes a big difference.
It wasn't lots.
Half,
There's no way it was half.
at least.
Anyway,
I got to play with
No.
Harv at that event next year, maybe.
Next, Gary Player was in the news a couple times. Not a fan of Augusta and the people running that place, obviously. And then the other one, the one that I question a little bit, he said he's beaten his age 2,700 times in a row.
Yeah.
I think
That
that's
guy's
a
a
stretch.
bigger fig jam than Michael Block, first of all.
I think
Like,
he's a liar, too.
Second of all, yeah, that's just
Maybe
false.
maybe he's playing Reds.
I mean, he could be Donnie Trump in
Or
it
yellows.
around there too, right?
Yeah, like he's still 70, so
10-foot
it's
gimmies,
already the
you
hardest
know.
thing to do.
Yeah.
And 27,
See him fit that in?
Shut up. Shut up.
it is. I mean, I thought you would lead with that. 2,700 times, not that hard, but missed your boat there.
Wait till he's 80.
Yeah, it'll be up to 10,000 times by then. And
He's
then
not 80 yet.
No, I
he just
guess
turned 70, didn't he?
Who?
he's older than that.
Gary Player?
He's got to be mid 70s.
Yeah, I think he's late.
Google
Did
it.
we just look this up? 79?
Born in 35. 88 years old, you guys. Yeah.
What are you talking
That's
about,
why.
Harv?
That's exactly why.
in the
he's-
video,
Yeah.
he said he was. Maybe that video's old.
Yeah, I thought, yeah.
No, yeah, he's 88.
Makes more
So
sense.
he's
Makes
still-
way more sense.
it
so
does
he's-
make more
yeah.
sense.
He's still breaking his number.
Well, yeah, he's probably playing the yellow tee. He's not playing
No.
7,600 yards.
No, but still.
I mean, that's just
That's
a bunch
tough.
of bogeys.
Anyway.
Anyways,
Next,
it's for sure.
Did you guys see that thing,
was a tough
Bernhard
look.
Longer interview where he said golf isn't mental?
Yeah, I read the quote. Do you have the quote?
I didn't have the quote, but then
Oh.
he goes on to explain how it's
Mental?
he will beat everyone because of his mental game. Like he's just like the experience I have and know what to do in certain situations just means I will beat you at golf. Like
But
And
it-
every
mental.
single comment was, "Isn't that your mental game?" Yeah.
yeah, I thought that was pretty funny. Quick one here. Angel Cabrera dreams of a PGA Tour comeback. So
Champions Tour.
Champions Tour,
But yeah,
but back playing PGA events,
Masters.
which you should get to play. You can't tell me.
Tiger gets to play.
Well, I wasn't gonna say
I
that.
was waiting for that.
I wasn't gonna say
You
that.
burst
I
his
picked on
bubble,
the guy
man.
enough this pod, but like, there's enough like millionaires and billionaires, like criminals, that are playing that course on the regular every year. So like, this guy
fair.
can't get in. He served his time, paid his dues.
Mm-hmm.
He should be back. Another quick one. Happy Gilmore committed to play golf at Ball State. So
This isn't that old?
Another kid, I think. Or is it the same
he
one?
officially like signed
Oh yeah.
to play.
Okay.
Signed his letter of commitment or whatever. The Asher Tour event, Jared Dutois, former pod guest, won in spite of Knoop's jinx.
Yep.
Dudes.
So that was good for him. I don't know what that means.
Works.
Like that was just
That was
to get
Asian
Asian Tour
qualifying.
qualifying stage 1. So
That also
Stu
works.
Mack can get into the next one still.
That's right.
Yeah,
Yep.
and it also works in Knoop's favor for the no jinxes.
Well,
yeah,
we'll get
there
to
is
the
no
real
such-
jinxes
For the plane
coming
crashes?
up here.
For the plane crash, you mean?
No, for him
'cause-
posting
Oh, yeah.
stuff and then the guy actually
Oh yeah.
holding on to win.
Yeah.
Yeah, but there was other jinxes this week, not necessarily from Knoop. Probably what we should have led with, the Rory Cantlay news came out. A little
Oh,
more
yeah.
deeper dive into their and Joe LaCava's altercation at the Ryder Cup.
Inform me, because I didn't end up reading it. When you
Rory
posted
did an interview, kind of says he doesn't care for Cantlay whatsoever anymore, and now that LaCava's with him, basically Cantlay's rubbing off on them, and he's a dick too. To the point that Tiger, I guess, called Rory to like vouch for LaCava.
Texted him, I think,
And
yep.
texted
Oh.
him and stuff like this, but I don't think Rory's having any time with it or any time for it, so be interesting to see the Boston Common versus the Atlanta Drive, I guess. So
I guess so.
Yeah, I'm excited for that.
Do you think the caddies are going to be there?
No.
why wouldn't they?
Why would they need caddies there?
Well, they don't need to carry their bag anywhere. What do they need?
They
No,
got the
there's no
numbers on the
cad-
screen, don't they?
There's no way caddies are involved.
I wouldn't think so.
You never know with that circus.
Bring their bag in from the car.
Just sitting there getting drunk, and maybe they're the commentators.
Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah, right.
Woof.
We
That
should do
wouldn't be a
another
bad
caddy
idea.
roundtable.
We should, yeah.
Round the World Champions Tour, the Charles Schwab Cup Championship tournament was won by Steven Alker, so he's back. Unfortunately, Steve Stricker didn't even have to play in this event, and
Still
won
won.
the-
He had that
still
thing
won the-
wrapped up months ago.
That is stupid.
Yeah.
Like, why is that allowed? Like, sure, he had a great year. He came
But
in
you
fourth.
argued for that
Yeah, in
for it
the
to be
FedEx
that
Cup.
way in the FedEx Cup, don't you?
Did I?
Well, you hate the playoffs of the FedEx Cup.
Yeah, you
and
say
how
it's
it
got
ends.
I
to be
don't
worth
think-
something.
I think those can be mutually exclusive. I think the playoffs need to change, but you got to play.
Yeah.
It's very weird to not play.
We got to
in
find
there.
us.
So did he
Happy
go
medium.
to get the trophy?
Probably
No.
just shipped it to him.
His dad's sick,
Oh.
so he opted to stay in Wisconsin. But
But it's just weird. That's the weirdest part is he didn't even show up to
they'll
Receive it.
send him the $1 million and he'll be fine.
Yep.
Yeah, it's weird that he didn't have to play. That's all I'm saying. Ames was second in this tournament
Yeah, he made it a good run Sunday.
and sixth in the race.
What
the
a year.
year-long race.
Yeah.
Like, I didn't think he was. Like, I update his name every time. I didn't think he was that high that
No.
often.
We should get him
And
back on the pod.
substantially better than Weir.
Yeah. Way better than Weir.
Like, Weir was 34th
Weir
out
didn't-
of 36.
Ames was a good guest. He was early.
early. Yeah, I don't know what episode.
Just
but
not allowed to talk Tiger stuff.
No. Which would be tough for you.
Well,
Well,
he
you
would,
guys
he
actually
would
don't.
love what I would say about
Oh,
Tiger,
yeah.
I guarantee you. And then, he just left the pod to go on his boat or whatever. Yeah, he lives a good life, that's for sure. LPGA, the Annika tournament, won by Lilia Vu.
Yep. She's been really good.
Brooke Henderson, first jinx of the weekend. Big thing, she hit 18 fairways. They made a big stink about it on Thursday. 19th, she finished. So a bit of a jinx there. And then Maddie Sierzak jinxed before the tournament even started, saying she needed a big week. Obviously missed the cut. She's fallen outside the top 100. So that's not ideal. In the DP World Tour.
Yeah, that sucks for her.
The Ned Bake Golf Challenge won by Max Homa. Held off.
Really?
Yeah. Held off the one of the alien twins and that guy who pisses on airplanes. And JT was fourth. So bit of a.
Oh yeah, those guys.
So everyone knows who I'm talking about. And Rory won the race to Dubai.
You hated that, eh?
He's played 2 tournaments all year on the DP World Tour.
Yeah.
So dumb.
2 of them. Rom finished second. He also played 2. Like
Yeah, they got to figure that out.
that is not fair.
That
Like
ain't
those
it.
guys are just grinding,
Ooh.
and
No turnaround.
these guys just show up for the majors and play the Dubai one and one before the British or whatever. I think Rory played one early and then the Irish Open or whatever it was.
Yeah.
And
the
Rom
Scottish
played the
probably.
Spain one and the early one there in Dubai. But yeah, that's got to change. That makes no sense to me. And that's it for news.
Nice.
Okay.
RSM Classic, or I guess you'll do the preview after, right?
Yep.
Pick recap. I won the week with a dominant performance.
Yeah, you had that thing locked on Saturday morning.
Some would say karma for getting screwed last week, but
I wouldn't.
don't matter. It all worked out in the wash. I had so standings are me 3, everyone else has 2.
Okay.
I like this
So I'd
start. I
add
like it.
Yep, good.
I had Adam Long 13th. Brennan Todd was given to me, who got 20th, and Camillo Villegas was first for
Great
an
pick.
8 average.
Rode the hot hand and it worked out.
Yep. Bronell was second. He had Lipsky 13th, Alex Smalley 30th, and Ben Martin 27th for a 23 average.
Wow, that wins a lot of weeks.
Not this week. Canoop was third. He had Kazire 37th, MJ Duffy 82nd miscut, and Harry Hall 82nd miscut for a 67 average. Matty B had Kramer Hickok 13th, Lanto Griffin 53rd, and Sam Bennett 82nd for a 49 average. But he gave me Todd, so
He picks last.
he
this week.
picks last.
Yep.
Okay.
All right. And
RSM preview.
it's preview, and I got the number.
And what?
I got the number for guys you can pick.
Sea Island Golf Club Plantation and Seaside course this week at St. Simons Island in Georgia. We got one course, par 70 at 7,005 yards, and the other 72 at 7,060 yards. So fairly pretty.
There's only 2 courses? I thought there was 3.
There's 2
No,
courses.
2. You
this
said
week.
3 last week. I was going to correct you, but I said, man, whatever.
Both pretty short, so
Used to be 3.
scores are pretty low. Last of the regular season events that I guess count toward anything. We still have those 2, QBE and Hero, coming up. Top 125 looking to secure their 2024 season card in all full field events other than the Players. So that's what they're playing for this week.
And the elevated events.
Well,
Not
as
all
long
of
as
them
it's-
will get
as long
in.
as it's a full field event, they qualify.
Oh,
for it.
right, yeah. But
So
a lot of those aren't.
That's
so.
right. 2 of the 8, or 2 of the 12, or whatever it is
Yep.
are. So, Adam Svensson, defending champion, is playing this week. He hasn't missed a cut since June, leading into.
Speaking of jinxes,
There has never been a
God.
back-to-back champion at this tournament. So that would be a nice little role reversal here this week. So we'll see what happens. There's a set of twins playing this week. So David and Maxwell Ford, they're the 3rd set of twins to play on tour this year, which is kind of neat.
That's different.
The
Yep.
Cooties and Hogards being the other 2. 6 in the last 13 tournaments have gone into a playoff, including 3 in a row from 18 to 20. So that might lead into maybe
best bets.
a best bet this week. Winning margin 1 or 0 potentially. And then course record here, 60 has been shot 3 times. So there's going to be some low scores this week.
Okay.
And the Monday qualifier for this tournament finished under the lights today.
Yeah. I love.
How many?
It was 8 for 3.
Okay.
One guy had already got in 4 Monday qualifiers. One guy already qualified, then 8 for the last 3. Rafael Campos got in. Curtis Thompson got in. I didn't write down the
Lexi's
other
brother.
one. And
Nice.
Ben Silverman missed out.
Yeah, he was in it. Yeah. Second best tournament to finish under the lights this year, worldwide. Liberty
Liberty
Classic,
Classic,
number 1. Yeah. 5 Canadians: Connors, Gliggs, Hughes, who's at 53, Pendrith, and Svensson. So, is there not a DP World Tour Championship
There is this week.
this week?
Yep.
But Rory's already won it.
And Rom's already got second.
We should be
Possible to-
picking for this instead of the RSM. But
Not how she works.
wow.
Or you can't take
Hovland's
anyone.
playing,
you can't
Fitzy's
take-
playing, Hatton's playing.
So does that mean Homa and JT are playing?
No,
Really? So they played last week, but they're not going to play in this?
they're not playing. No.
That's weird.
Can't
Marcel Seam, who hit that ball out of the water, is playing.
can't
Was
take
that
45
wide
to 1 or
shot?
better.
Was that water? There wasn't even a splash when he hit it. And he was in his shoes. Like, he
Picked
didn't
it
take
that
his shoes
clean,
off.
I guess.
I don't know.
It was more of a swamp.
45 to 1 or better, you cannot take.
45 or better.
Harv's up first.
So you can't take Kirk, List, or Smalley.
That's correct.
46, you mean? Yeah, okay.
45 or better, you cannot take, and then it goes to 50 to 1.
Cam Young's playing.
Yeah, I'm going to take Matthias Schmid.
Matty Schmid, yeah. I almost picked him last week, and he played well.
I had him on my list last
Well.
week.
I'm taking the Callaway guy, Akshay Bhatia.
You.
Akshay.
Shit.
Fuck.
Huh.
Take Taylor Pendrith, man. He's
Yeah.
been red hot.
That's where I was thinking. It was him or another guy. But
Camillo Villegas.
Who you taking?
I'll do Penrith.
Okay. I'll take Mac Hughes. Won here before.
Big week for him.
I'm going to take Adam Long.
All those fairways.
No, sorry. Oh, card laid's card played. Damn it.
Yeah, because I'm taking Carl Yuan.
Yeah. He was written right underneath them.
Yeah.
Okay, Canoe.
No, it's you. Or
No.
Bronze.
I took Carl Yuan.
Literally
okay,
just
sorry.
finished the sentence.
You're right.
Yeah. Harv's in first, so you got to give him somebody shitty.
You don't have to.
There'll be lots of those.
I'll take Mark Hubbard.
Oh, Matty's guy.
Yep. And I'll just go with the odds makers here, and I'll take Thomas Dietrich.
That's who it was between for me.
Horschel's playing this week, eh?
See that?
I'm going to give... I'll give Bronell Luke List.
Mm,
That's a good pick.
shit. Ah,
What are you thinking?
I don't know. I don't think any of these guys are going to be too bad. Horschel's probably going to be bad, but it's kind of a weak field, so he might show up. I'm going to give Harv Alex Smalley. He gave me him last week, so
Okay.
now you guys just have to give to each other.
Okay, I was going to give Harv Hot Toddy again, but...
That's what I'm going to give you.
Rats.
Well, he was good last week.
I know, but
This was where his run was, wasn't
Yeah,
it?
don't
he
be
can't
nope.
be.
I'm
Good.
going to give...
Kenny?
Yeah, you
I'm
don't.
going to give
No one's
Canoop...
streaky guy.
I'm going to give Canoop... Oh, that's a tough one. Matt Kuchar.
Oh boy.
Fuck, I hate that guy.
Well, he just finished second and won
I
me a
know,
week.
I don't care. I just still
Yeah.
don't like him.
Well,
Best
Just, though.
bets.
Best bets. Oh, yeah.
which Hogard was up there this week?
Nikolai.
Hmm.
I have Mac Hughes top 10 for plus 650.
It's not bad. not bad.
One in the playoffs plus 333.
Say that again. What was?
Mac Hughes top 10 plus 650.
Interesting. I was gonna go and look at the DP World Tour
Yeah, I was looking at
Championship,
that.
Actually,
I was gonna pick Hogard top 10, but it's only 2 point.
How about
5.
defending champ Adam Svensson, top Canadian, plus 260?
Harv doesn't like that
Say
because
that
he's
one more
got
time,
Hughes
sorry?
top 10.
Svensson, 260, top Canadian.
I could get on board with that.
Oh, there's also
What was
huge value in top American Cam Young, plus 1,200.
Really?
Harmon, Henley, Suh,
there's
Cole,
a bunch of
Poston, Kucher, Spawn.
He played well 2 weeks ago when he played.
That's not a bad one either.
I'm
At
going
those
to bet it
odds-
myself right
I was
now.
gonna say, at those odds, I think that's a smart bet. Obviously, anything can happen, but
I just bet it personally.
I do, and I like that.
Yeah, we can do that one.
I don't care. So you guys can
Cam
pick.
Young, top American, plus 1,200.
If he shows up, he'll be the best player there.
Yeah, perfect.
I was going to. I just need to find it here. Oh fuck! I was thinking Minwoo Lee, top 10. but I
And
can't fucking find it anywhere.
Can't find it.
Is he in the tournament?
Pretty simple thing to find.
No, well, he's playing in the
DP.
DP.
Yeah.
Oh,
oh, gotcha. All right, well, let's run with Cam Young then. What else do you guys want to talk about?
Nothing.
Just cross the hour mark. Just standard podcast.
Yeah. Just need a top 5 in there. And
Yeah, I'll come with top 20 days of the year next week.
well, after next week, when we don't have a tournament to recap, we're going to need some guests.
Yeah, and
Just
then we're
top
into the
5.
we're into the doldrums of December until the new year comes about.
Might
and all
just
the
be
tournaments.
listening to us play a board game for an hour.
Yeah, stay tuned for that.
Risk.
8-hour pod.
Yeah. Hit P Ryan.
It's a fun game.
Man, he's really gonna dump that down with Samaj. Anyone else? Anything? All right,
Nothing.
let's hope go Cam Young.
Shutter D.
Until next time, it's time for us to the clubhouse.